I'm joined today by Coach Darcy, and we are here to guide you through the ins and outs of a lifestyle that's transformed not just our lives, but the lives of countless women navigating the waves of perimenopause and menopause. Whether you're here to shed weight, understand your body better, or simply find a community that gets it, you're in the right place. So sit back and enjoy the next few minutes as we tackle the hot issues of today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see everybody this morning. We're going to take just a minute because of my continued ban on Facebook. I have to go to Coach Darcy's feed to share to my people.
I cannot believe that you are still banned.
It's
I can't.
It's insanity madness. Like, because of why? Like, if I'm a naughty person. I get it.
You're not a rule follower.
I'm not a rule follower. I'm not, I don't pass all of the tests in life of approval. I know that. But to ban me for selling GLP-1 medications is just angering to me. It's just angering.
Which, I mean, we could pinpoint on the thing that you've been talking about what they're trying to do to all these Whole Foods, natural clinics, those that are fueling people's bodies with IV fluids of vitamins and all of that sort. So you guys are on target.
Yeah, by the way, if you are a medical spa, if you are in the line of peptides, if you're in the line of the IVs, you are a target right now in the state of Indiana. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but Big Pharma's taken over, which Big Pharma owns Indiana anyway with Eli Lilly here. So that is expected. But if you are silent on this, you're just about ready to go out of business. Just my heart to yours. I was in my former life, I was an activist, a lobbyist, and, cared about what was happening in our state. I still do, but that's what I did. And I'm telling you, if you're in the wellness business, and if you work in the peptide world, which I'm just starting to learn about all of this stuff, you need to open your mouth and you need to get involved, and you need to let your state representative know to keep their hands out of your business, because you're about ready to, actually, I think it's a done deal. I think it's in the Senate right now, but you're about ready to lose all of that capacity. So if you believe in any of these natural pathways, you better start paying attention to what your lawmakers are doing, because I wish I would have had the bill number. Do you remember the bill number, Ars, on the top of your head?
No, I don't.
It's in the 200s. I know. They are about ready to regulate you. So just so you know, and if you're on a peptide or if you're on any of these natural ways, you're not going to be able to get it anymore through your med spa. Unless they comply with the list of rules that they were just given. And so if you are on the gray market, which I'm agnostic on, I think there's problems in that world. I think there's a lot of things happening in that world that are not regulated and could be dangerous for you. Wholeheartedly believe that. But if you are on one of those, you better alert your med spa, and you better alert your supplier, because in the state of Indiana, and the scary part was the second part of that article, was that they're using Indiana as a blueprint on how to regulate all of those things. So even if you're in another state, watch what Indiana's doing right now, and you'll see what's coming to your state, because we are a roadmap to how they're going to do this. And basically, they want to filter all the drugs, all of the natural things. They want to filter them through the drug companies.
Yeah.
Great business plan for Eli Lilly, right?
Yeah.
Let's get a couple lawmakers in your pocket. You're all set.
Yeah. It makes me wonder what, like, even vitamins.
Yes.
Because some of those aren't even FDA approved, or the herbalists out there. Anything that's
chiropractors.
Chiropractors. Anything that's going to help you stay out of the hospital or depend on any form of medication.
Yeah.
So
You better start using your voice. And so many of these people are, they're just doing their business and they're just wanting to quietly help people and change people's lives. And they tend to take a back seat to these policies. You do that and you're going to lose your company. I'm telling you this right now. Mark my words. I don't know what the date is today, but Coach Monica just warned you. You better open your mouth and you better get to the State House, because you know who is at the State House? The drug companies who have hired lobbyists. They are there, you are not. And that's going to bite you in the backside if you don't open your mouth and start to say, I'm going to take some time off and I'm actually going to go show my face in this State House, because it's coming at your way, and it's coming quickly.
And I feel like it was something done in a very sneaky and quick and like a ghostly kind of way, where all of a sudden this became an issue or something that they just did.
Didn't hear it on the news.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And in my activist world, I had to learn very quickly when I was fighting for pro-family issues. I had to learn very quickly the ones that we wanted to make a meme about and alert our people about, and the ones that we wanted to quietly go meet with our lawmaker and say, hey, could you slip this in a bill? So that's exactly what they're doing right now. Yeah. They're doing it in undercover. They're doing it very quietly. You probably don't even know it's coming your way, but I'm telling you now, you better get involved, and you better get involved quickly. So
it's unfortunate that this stuff is just, it's kind of like, let's let the rich man, one with all the money, all the control and power, continue to control the ones that think outside the box, and ask themselves, why are we so sick and unhealthy? There's got to be a better way. They don't like that. They don't like you thinking outside the box of how we have become so unhealthy. And they are just going to continue to get even richer and more control. And it's disgusting.
The most dangerous thing you can say as somebody who has a med spa or somebody who believes in these natural pathways, the worst thing you could say is, well, it's not going to impact me. It is going to impact you in a big way.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is some of these things I don't agree with putting people on semaglutide. I don't agree with the gray market on that, because I don't agree with that way of weight loss, right? So I'm talking outside my comfort zone, because I don't agree with that kind of weight loss. I want you to lose weight and I want you to keep it off. I don't want you being addicted to these drugs. Some of these things are helpful. Some of these things, it saved our dad's life. Yeah. And, these natural healing methods saved our dad's life. And so all these things get lumped into one, unfortunately. And so that's your warning. If you are somebody who believes in thinking outside the box, you better get involved, because Indiana is coming at you right now.
Which also brings me to the idea of, if you thought that carnivore or keto or eating a different way that's, based off of your whole foods in a moderate and controlled way, I would say, you might want to think that option for yourself, because they can't take that away from you,
right?
Unless they say, oh, all you have to do is eat ultra processed food, which they are sneaking into they have snuck into our society and loved, got us used to the convenience of fast food and pre-made things in your grocery store. But you may want to think, okay, well, maybe this whole keto lifestyle is not such a bad idea. Maybe I do need to, acknowledge that I could eat better and I can make better choices, and it's, simpler, and sometimes it takes a little bit more work, but they're not going to be able to take that away from me.
No, they're not. So our lifestyle will become very popular once these drugs are take a big hit. Maybe. And it's, Eventually it's full circle, right? You've got to
Yeah.
change your lifestyle. If you want
Yeah.
to lose weight and you want to keep it off, you got to change your lifestyle. There's no other way to do that. So yeah, that is our message today. It's very simple. You better get involved and you better start to have your plan B in motion. You and I have seen this coming down the pike. We're starting to see ramifications and the consequences of these weight loss drugs, and it's not pretty. It's literally like a freight train. And today we're not talking to those people who are on a GLP-1. We're talking to those people who are surrounding you, because it is happening, and we're seeing a really sad thing that's coming at us, and that's the weight regain. It's the what happens when I can't get this drug? What happens when this drug is too expensive? What happens when the mental health crisis hits me and I can't ignore it anymore?
Yeah.
What happens when I feel like ending it all? I mean, and I'm not exaggerating that in the least. It's very, very serious. And so we're starting to see the ramifications of this. You and I saw it coming we probably saw it about 6 months ago, when it started to filter down and we started to get the calls of people who said, hey, I couldn't afford this drug anymore, or I don't even have the will to live anymore, but I know if I stop this drug, I know the weight's coming back. So we started to listen to those calls coming in about 6 months ago, because I was put in a predicament of, as having a thriving health coaching practice, I was really being confronted with, you can't beat them, so you better join them. Even my own colleagues. I mean, if you see the influencers out there, they're like, well, those drugs aren't so bad, are they? I better start selling them. And we're seeing an MLM, the multi-level marketing system coming out for these drugs. And my colleagues who are adapting are just doing wonderfully financially right now, because they gave in and they're like, well, if you can't beat them, join them. And I had to come to a point in this practice, and it's a big responsibility, because I have to make payroll, right? I have to keep the company afloat. I don't check in. I don't clock in anywhere to get a paycheck. And so I had to come to the conclusion of, what do I do? Do I lead these people down a path that I know what the end result is for them, just to keep payroll going? Do I do this? What do I do? And there was a lot of pressure until I actually experienced the impact of the GLP-1 and the mental health crisis and the loss of my eyesight. I had to realize that, no, I can't. But I understand why people are on it. I get it. If those drugs were there when I was almost 300 pounds, I probably would have taken it. And it would have been the end of me. And so I had to realize, I can't do that. I can't do that to people. I love people too much for that. So we have built a program because of the trial that I went through. We built a program that rescues people from this. And I'm excited about it. I'm really excited. We're about ready to launch. We're about ready to take our first 5 beta testers. And it gives me hope as we were finalizing some of the graphics from, that we were creating, which, by the way, don't use AI for that. I had some workouts that you would just be like, oh, coach. I'm like, I just need a graphic on how to do this bench press. I don't know exactly how we would do this bench press through AI, but
yeah, apparently you don't need your legs for a bench press.
You can do miraculous things with AI.
Yeah.
With your workouts. So as we were, crossing our T's and dotting our I's and getting the program ready for our first group, I was excited, and I was filled again with hope that, hey, people don't have to gain this weight back. They don't have to. And we have the map and we have the roadmap out. So, hey, Darce, do you want to talk a little bit? I'm gonna switch venues, because I'm not a good stander upper for lives. I've moved too much. Do you want to talk a little bit about what we're getting ready to see with our new batch of clients and what we're getting ready to do here?
Yeah, so this is an entry.
Don't give
What?
too much
Oh,
data.
no. Um, let me try to think of it as it's an out. I think it is an out for those that know that the feelings that you're feeling. Maybe if you are on the shot right now, and maybe financially or physically, you maybe something that Coach Monica has stated with some of the symptoms that she felt with with her eyesight and the feeling gray, in the mental department, and yet you want to get off of this, but you're afraid. That fear has overcome you, and you kind of feel like you are pinned in the corner and don't know how to get out. Maybe you are a friend of somebody of that, and they have stated those fears to you, and they are at a loss, but you have heard our story and maybe our program and said, hey, I have heard about this program that might help you get out, if you're willing. Right. So I think it's a good outlet, exiting from depending on a shot like that, and using us coaches to help you get out of that in our program. I've read a lot of it, because I'm not the writer. I'm the supporter. I read, and then I realize that somebody's legs are chopped off on an image, and I share that information, and I try to help correct that. But reading this program, it is like a bit of freedom and a peace of mind, knowing that this is a great place to begin a new journey of getting off of this world of desperation, I would say.
Yeah. And what we do, this, by the way, is not for the weak.
No.
This program goes way beyond our coaching. And we know that we're going to get in the pit with you, because this is not for the person who says, hey, I just want to try something. This is for the person who says, I need help, and I need to know that there's hope on the other side of my weight loss. You've probably lost a lot of weight, right? The first thing we are going to do with you is we have to stabilize you. So you're coming to us hot off of a low calorie, non-lifestyle, you're coming to us as a hot mess, but a hot mess with hope, because you've lost the weight. So you've got that side of it. You've got that, hey, I lost the weight. But what we have to do with you is we have to stabilize you first. We have to calm your blood sugar. We have to install what we're calling a protein floor. We've got to stop the chaos. Right now you're living in chaos, but it looks kind of cool because you've lost the weight. But what's happening on the underside is not. You have lost muscle. You have lost bone mass. You've lost all of these things. And so we've got to stabilize you first. So this is no less than a 4-month program. And it's a lot of hard work. We deal with macros. We deal with your low muscle tone. We deal with all of those things. But after we stabilize you, we have to rebuild you. We have to reverse your diet. Okay. Some of you are stalled on the weight loss shot, and you're like, this is just not working anymore, it's scientific. You've adapted to the medication, and there's nothing that you can do. So we have to reverse your diet. We have to get you out of the starvation mode. We have to restore your metabolic capacity. And we have to reintroduce or introduce carbs strategically. We have to rebuild you the second month that you're with us. And then we have to teach you to own your weight loss. We have to put guardrails in your lifestyle that will not allow the weight regain to happen again. You've got to own it. If you don't own it, you are completely dependent on whatever is keeping that weight off, which is the drug. And so we have to restore your metabolic capacity. We have to define, where is your maintenance range, which some of you, it's very, very low. Your metabolism is slowed so much that you couldn't lose any more weight if you wanted to. So we have to redefine, where is your maintenance range? We also have to remove the fear, which is really hard to do. Once you've depended on a drug to lose the weight, removing that fear of regain is very, very, very difficult. And then we have to teach you how to live in freedom, how to recalibrate, how to put a guardrail in place so that you don't gain that weight back, so you know exactly what to do. So it's a 4-stage process that takes 4 months. So we are working with women and men who, number one, if you're on a GLP-1, do not stop, because we have to taper you off as we reverse your diet. But if you're afraid of regaining this weight, if you are getting these mental blocks and this mental grayness, we have to reverse this. So it's 16 weeks of hard work. You're going to meet with us every week. You're going to have the reverse diet, which is very, very difficult, but we do this very scientifically and mathematically. And so it is a lot of hard work. And it gives me hope that there is an exit plan for these people, because my heart goes out to you. If you're on this drug and you really, truly think that you're going to keep the weight off, it's a mathematical impossibility for you to do that unless you do it the right way. And so, yeah, we are excited. And if you're watching us live right now, nobody knows this. I have not released this yet. But the other thing we do on this program is we put you on a CGM, continuous glucose monitor, because that gives us live data and we're able to mathematically get you out of it with the CGM. And so if you're watching us live, we're not putting this anywhere in writing right now, but if you're watching us live, you can message us and you will get the CGM for free. That is for 5 people who do the beta test with us. We've already done the beta test. This program was birthed out of a live trial and a live, what do you call those people who are experiments?
Which was beta testers.
Beta tester, right. And so, but we're going to do 5 before we launch the official program. If that's you, message us and say, I heard you live, and we will know what to do to give you that CGM program for free.
Yeah. I think the one thing that, if you're getting anything from what we're sharing, if there's still a fear of the unknown and like having to step outside of your comfort zone and do things that you are not comfortable with, such as, changing your food choices. Like if you were able to lose all your weight, not changing a thing that you've eaten before, it's going to be okay. First of all, it is something that's going to give you like that key of freedom. Mm-hmm. And the thing that I love as a whole with this program is that we work on not just the scale and making sure that you maintain that weight that you got off with the shot, but it's working beyond that with some of the other. I don't know. I don't want to give away too much, Monica. Like now I'm feared that I'm going to give anything away. But we're working on not only the body, but we're working on the mind and the spirit and the social aspect of this lifestyle, the physical portion of this lifestyle, not just weight loss, but also strength-wise. Like that is very important. Things that most programs that you get involved with don't really implement, because they understand, all you're concerned about is fitting into that size 2 pants.
Yep.
And keeping that off and being able to eat whatever you want. That is, through a drive-through or a quick fix. Mm-hmm. When we say it's hard work, it's because it gets you out of that comfort zone that you've been in, but it's wreaking havoc on your body.
Right.
This way we're reversing that so that you can control and own it and be at peace with all of this. This reversal.
Yeah. Yeah. That is so true. And unfortunately, you have to do hard work, whether you take the shot or not. You've got to do hard work. It's when you do the hard work. If you've taken the shot, that shot has done the easy work. That was the easy side of it. There's hard work on the end for you. And that's where we are able to allow you to keep your weight off. A lot of people who've done weight loss naturally, they did hard work on the front side. So, I lost 130 pounds living keto. I've kept it off for, it'll be 9 years in June. I did the hard work on the front side. Now I'm just living. Now I live by the guardrail system that we teach our clients. And I'm able to keep it off that way. So there's hard work, whether it's on the front side or the back side. And you have to do it, whether you think you have to do it or not. It's really, really hard for those on the shot to think that they have to do hard work now because they're living, living on the easy side. It's very hard to comprehend, but you give yourself 2 months off of that shot and you're going to understand exactly what I'm saying. It's hard work. This program is not cheap. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's not cheap. It is an investment, but it's an investment for the rest of your life. And so many people, they didn't think twice about spending $1,000 for a shot, because it was easy coming off. But to spend $1,000 on the other side, it's like, oh my, yeah, it is not a cheap program, for a couple of reasons, because the coaching on this side is a lot harder than the coaching on the front side that we do with our natural clients. We do hard work with them, but this is triple hard work because now you don't have a choice. There are macros involved. We've got to figure out what your metabolic baseline is. You have to track your food. You have to do a list of things if you want to keep it off. But that's the thing. You have to do hard work on one side or the other. And so it's our passion that we don't care how you got it off. We want you to keep it off. We want you to live the rest of your life freedom.
It reminds me of a conversation I was having with a student of mine, and talking about our desires and what does it mean to have leaning on our own desires and our earthly desires. And usually the words that come to mind is comfort and control when we have our desires, and when some of those desires and that we seek after in that control is to not have to change anything about ourselves. But when you want to have a healthier lifestyle, when you want to, in a religious aspect, grow closer to God, you have to be able to be willing to be uncomfortable and to learn that foundation of in this aspect, science and how your body works. So we let our desires control us, even though they are not the desires that our body desire. So it's just interesting how we want to stay in comfort and we don't want to be disrupted. And that mindset is not going to allow you to change. It's going to keep you where you're at. But if you're willing to do the hard things and get out of your comfort zone and to, focus on the desire or the science portion of what your body is actually naturally created to do, that is freedom. That is, allowing the other side of control to help you control. That's really hard to fathom there. Having a good control controlling you instead of the other form of control.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does. You're going to have to do hard work.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing in life comes easy. You're going to have to do hard work. It's just when you want to do it. Do you want to do it on the front side or do you want to do it on the back side? On the back side, it's mandatory. I mean, on the front side, it's mandatory too, but it comes a lot easier when you kind of ease into it. On the other side, when the pounds are raging back because the food noise is back, it's a lot harder. But we have a system in place where it's not so hard because we use these fats as a tool. We use the ketones as a tool so that food noise is not so crazy when it comes back. So we just want to leave you with hope. That's the point of today's topic. We just want to leave you with hope. You don't have to gain this weight back, guys. You don't have to depend on the big pharma companies to keep you at a weight that you think you need to be. You can do it by yourself, and you can do it and be successful. And you can take that trophy that you get at the end of the day and you can say, you know what? My grandkids just got their grandma back, not through a drug, but through her hard work. And so, yeah, that's our topic of the day. If you're struggling, if you know somebody who's struggling, give them hope. Give them um, give them a um, give them a peace of mind that we lost Darcy. Give them a peace of mind that they don't have to gain this weight back, and that there's a roadmap out. So that's our encouragement for today.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty simple.
I would add one thing to that is the fear of doing this by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't have to do it by yourself. You can lean on, coaches that can help you sort things out. It's kind of like writing a to-do list and being able to have that organized and written out so that you're not so overwhelmed and afraid of doing it all by yourself. Having a coach or in a good support system is going to help you through this and make it the easier part. Like that, there's the hard part, and then the easier part is having somebody else alongside you, walking
you with you. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Not being alone in it.
Yeah.
So, hey, we're here every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'd love to have you join us. If you think of a topic that you want us to cover, just send us an email. Go to our website, kmhealthcoaching.org. We don't have the new program on there yet, but we do have access to putting you in the program. So we're going to put 5 people in the first round. And again, if you are in that first 5, it's about $200 off because we're going to include the CGM in that price. So make sure that if you want that deal particularly, that you let us know that you saw us live, because then we will manually put you in the program versus just the regular enrollment, because the regular enrollment fee will not have the CGM included. All right.
That's it.
Okay. Well, we hope you have a great week, and hope to see you next week. We do have a podcast that has dropped today. So make sure you check out our podcast, Beyond the Scale, Weight Loss and Wellness. I think is that our third or fourth episode that we've got dropping today. So yeah. All right. Well, we will look forward to seeing you next week, guys.
Bye.